Today, I want to talk about Dick Cheney and the Iraq War. I know many people regard this issue as old news, and in many ways it is. However, I think this story of war and corruption is still deeply relevant for two main reasons. Firstly, Dick Cheney and many other American war criminals are still free men who have not been brought to justice for their crimes against the Iraqi people. And secondly, because the horrible corruption and war of the kind seen in Iraq continues today, with America's deadly military still maintaining a strong and often violent presence in many countries, including Iraq. The chances of America engaging in a new Iraq-style war in the future are also relatively high, with Trump's frequent messing with Iran. The story of Dick Cheney in Iraq is a simple story, which can be best summed up in 4 parts. What can be taken from the story is disgustingly clear. Part 1. In a 1994 C-SPAN interview, Dick Cheney was asked the following question. Do you think the US or UN forces should have moved into Baghdad? Cheney replied almost immediately with a no. Cheney went on to describe an invasion of Iraq as a quagmire. Cheney also said, I think we got it right on the US decision to not invade Iraq. Cheney managed to give a number of other reasons for not invading Iraq too. A link to the whole clip is featured below if you would like to watch it yourself. In 1994, Dick Cheney could rightly see that invading Iraq was a terrible idea. Unfortunately, this was to change in coming years. Part 2. Following his tenure as Secretary of Defense in the first Bush administration, Cheney became CEO of a multinational corporation known as Halliburton. Cheney went on to make millions in this powerful position and received a very generous leaving payment when he left Halliburton to go back into politics. Part 3. Following his time at Halliburton, Cheney became Vice President of the USA during the presidency of George W. Bush. Following the terror attacks of September 11, terror attacks that Iraq had no link to, Cheney took his chance to promote an invasion of Iraq with lies and fear-mongering about weapons of mass destruction. Cheney managed to exploit the vulnerability of the American population following the terrorist attacks to promote war with Iraq. Finally, in 2003, Cheney achieved his goal and the invasion of Iraq began, starting a long, bloody and pointless war which would end with hundreds of thousands of people killed for nothing, other than profit that is. Part 4. Halliburton and its subsidiaries gained Iraq war-related contracts worth $39.5 billion, making massive profits off of war and the death and destruction it brings. Cheney's mission had been accomplished. Dick Cheney's story is short and simple, proving that the worst fear of many is indeed true. The Iraq war was fought for profit. Hundreds of thousands have been left dead for profit. The information in the story alone should be enough not only to indict Cheney, but to also make sure this level of deadly corruption can never happen again. Learning from the past is likely the only way we can correct our course so that more Iraq war-style disasters cannot unfold in the future.